I think Salah right now, especially look at Real Madrid, he would be like number 3 on the list. I think their prime priorities is Mbappe and Haaland.
Yeah.
And I think they would look at those 2 players before they would look at Salah at the moment.
Yeah.
Contracts run down. You can't sell them.
It's a stalker situation, well, because you've got Loftus-Cheek, you've got Hudson-Odoi. Basically, call back Lampard. Lampard, just allow Everton next season, come back and get the kids through. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Rudiger, he's gone now. He ain't staying at Chelsea, bro. He'd be a fool to stay at Chelsea.
Affinity Extra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Extra.
Yeah, guys, it's boy here, Roger Moore, here with DJ Marx. We got a bit of a show today. We got a bit of a last 30-minute watch along going on with Man United. Still, I can see Marcus is nervous, cheering on Man United as we go on. Still, you get me. Still, you know what we say. That's DJ Marx. This is how we do it, man. Yo, putting the true red out there still anyway. So you can see my eyes kind of fluttering over there, Mark.
Mine too.
Yeah, flying over there still, you know. Yeah. And so far, I would say that Man United is just being Man United and just not taking the chances. And just look, patchy, can't control the game. And then they got no left back or right back. And then, so guys, you're going to hear some ums and ahs because we're going to do this at the same time. So please forgive us if you listen to the show in the future. You go, too many ums and ahs, but I think it kind of brings out the passion in the podcast. That's why we do.
Yeah, that live effect, man.
Yeah, it's got that, man. You know, I talk about live effects. You know, I had a joke, I was watching Tottenham versus Man United, but I had oozing weather. Oh goodness sake, I forgot his name. You know that guy the guy that you don't like, the trash talks too much. Yeah. He's just going like an idiot, bro.
Bro, listen.
He's just a North Londoner, man. If he's not from North London, I'll be shocked, bro. You know what I mean? Straight North Londoner. And his brother's got another successful podcast as well, which was my son. Yeah, so they got a little bit of a dynasty going on there between. And it's just and his brother brought up his podcast, and he makes it from Twitch in it, and he was just watching it and watching his brother's reaction and just laughing after him. Thinking them man are just cleaning up right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all good. But listen, guys, today's show, I've got a list of things to go through today, more Premiership orientated, and I think Marcus will be chatting more about this anyway still. We're going to first of all look at, can Liverpool win the title? You know what I'm saying? Let's just get there. You know, I don't know if we should do that while we're watching Man United, but I think we'll analyse that.
Do that regardless anyway.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously DJ H, he kind of put it out there that he doesn't want to say anything because, you know what I mean, he's one of them fans that just he's got no boldness in him. You know what I'm saying? You know when we sing the song, be bold, be strong for the Lord. Obviously H missed that one out growing up anyway, so
you're
yes.
Not generational songs anyway. That's an old school church song, man.
You get me? So them songs there, God is good. Anyway, so I still get too excited. But yeah, so H ain't too bold about the whole Liverpool can win the title thing. But I have to. There's evidence in the locker, in the archives, that DJ Marx has been.
I've been saying this thing from time.
But listen, guys, I want Liverpool to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? If Liverpool do the I would tie the show right now. If Liverpool win the quadruple, I'll have to be on a sabbatical for a year, bro. Just to be. I could never come back next season with Liverpool winning 4 trophies, bro. Never. One gone, thanks to poor management from Topical. And FA Cup, I don't think this club takes that too seriously. So I think he might triple with that one. And I think Man City.
I didn't feel he took the League Cup too seriously either, because like if you look at the squads he's playing, it's all the guys, the fringe players like Firmino and them and there. So I feel like it's only in the final he really kind of thought, we can take a cup there. So he kind of threw all the top mans in, but prior to that, he's been a lot of them young guys a game. Like I said, people like Firmino and what's my man's name again? Completely forgot his name, got out of my head. But yeah,
the Japanese striker.
No, that's
Minamino.
not Firmino, yeah, him as well.
Yeah.
And thinking about my guy, the Belgian striker.
Origi,
yeah.
Yeah, lucky Origi.
Yeah.
He's got probably a high goal ratio for Liverpool, man, because he just comes on and just scores goals and it still doesn't start.
Yeah, scores in big competitions, that's what he does. But he doesn't do it like when we need him to. Like, you wouldn't be able to get like a Salah or Mane kind of season.
Okay, right. So we're talking about, actually, let's delve into Liverpool a bit more, into more the squad dynamic. The dynamic that you have, but you're about to lose Salah because he's not signing the contract. How are you feeling about that?
I think he'll sign the contract. I mean, he's already said that he wants to stay at Liverpool for the rest of his career. I mean, you hear they say that all the time anyway, so I don't know how much weight
he wants to stay Liverpool.
Publicly said it. I think he'll sign. And I think he's signed. And right now we've got a good squad. I'm more confident with this squad now than I was last season. I was very confident last season. But the reason I'm more confident this season is because I feel that our bench is stronger. Because before, like I said, I've always complained that, we take off one striker or one of the attackers, and we had like Shaqiri, Origi, guys that I thought we couldn't really get nothing out of. But now we've managed Jota in the squad and Luis Diaz as well, which is he's just like coming and he's just like go off the mark.
Yeah, man, he's fire straight away, bro.
So I'm a bit more confident. Even in our midfield, we see like Kate is getting a bit more game now. He's not. He's had these things with injuries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm quite a bit more confident. We've got that youngster Harvey Elliott, which is doing great stuff.
Yeah, he's
yeah. So at the moment, I'm liking the Liverpool squad now. I'm not too worried when we have to take a guy off or if we got someone injured. That we can't bring people in. Even our defense now, I kind of feel we have backup in the right places as well. So yeah, I'm happy with the squad.
But the thing is, bro. Okay, right. They was talking the other day about Salah in this new contract, yeah? Salah now, for me, right, is it worth Liverpool's, he's 30 years old now. Is you really going to put him on a 2 to 3 year contract, yeah, on stupid money? Is that wise at that age?
I think based on the form that he's shown this season, that form tells me he's got another 2-3 seasons in him. You know what I'm saying? So
you think I think he's not as high as he used to. Right? Okay, right.
Well, you know what? This season, I think he's blazing more than he did the previous seasons. The guy's on some serious fire.
So, but the thing is, okay, right. What does like I said, Salah scores goals. There's no doubt about it. And he scores some Hail Marys, like he's just some skills, yeah. But he isn't skillful like a Brazilian. Yeah, but he's got skills. He's got a weird type of skill set. You know what I mean? Brazilian skills where there's glide past people. He kind of roughs his way past people. You know what I mean? It's not no silky skills. It's just skills. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, if you actually watch him play, the stuff that he does, even his skills is very controlled. I mean, every time he gets the ball, he drives at players and what he's going to do beforehand. You can see that in the way that he moves. Yeah. Obviously, if you're comparing him to like your Ronaldinho's, your big Ronaldo's, Rivaldo's, then fair enough. Then you would say that he's not that Brazil. But in terms of, I think he's a very skillful player, and I think this season he's added a bit more to his game because if you actually look, he's actually got a number of assists too. And one of my biggest things about Salah back in the day was he was too greedy. He didn't know where to pass off the ball to. But this season, even though he's getting the goals, he's not as bad now. And he's causing a problem which is allowing other members of the team to come in. So overall, I think it's weird to say. I think different players hit their peak at different ages. And I think, he's 30, but I feel like he's just hitting his peak now. So with that, like I said, I reckon he's got another 2-3 years in him. And if they say, we're going to give him another 2-3 year contract, if I was to hear he got a 1 year contract, I'd be bitterly disappointed because I think we're just going to be in the same position. Next season, he's going to bang again. Yeah. So, I'll give him another 2-3 year contract. And for him, I look at him and I'm thinking, you're 30 now. What team out there could you go to that you think you could achieve something that you couldn't at Liverpool? Because Liverpool right now are a team that can win Champions League. Yeah, they can win a Premier League. They can win the smaller cups. So going to other teams for me now would be more a case of him saying that I want to try like playing in France. I want to try playing in Spain rather than because he feels it's a move to win something.
Do you reckon he could do a thing at PSG when they lose Mbappe? I'm not trying to, obviously, guys, I'm not putting it out there that we want Salah to go because I believe he's going downhill now.
He can never be a replacement for Mbappe, and I'll tell you why. Because Mbappe is a special kind of player, and I'm not saying
he can replace him, but they're going to lose him. PSG is going to lose Mbappe.
They're going to lose him.
So who they're going for?
Salah going to PSG for me. I don't know. I feel like it may sound biased as a Liverpool fan, but I feel like the Premier League is engineered for him. I feel like if he goes over to France here, right, he's going to become like Messi. Messi's not doing the same thing that we thought Messi would do going over to France. Okay, I think Salah going over to France will do the same thing. He was always a talented player, you know what I'm saying? From his Chelsea days, he was always a talented player. I'm not sure why it didn't really work for him over there much. I think that we saw his ability in Roma. So I don't know. I don't. If he goes to PSG, I think that would be a bad move for him. And I'm not saying that just as a Liverpool fan. I just feel that the Premier League is engineered for him. That the style of play at Liverpool works for him, and the style of play at PSG is very, very different. And obviously, if a new manager comes in with Poch, then you don't know what style of play they're going to bring in either.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing there still. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think that right back now, there's a movement of strikers right now that will probably really Salah stuck at Liverpool. And the thing is, what Liverpool needs to do is for him to sign a contract now, because he got one more season afterwards. And the thing is, like, what suited Liverpool, to be honest, is the demise of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Let's be real. Real Madrid was ready for Salah. COVID leaks and exposes the whole financial mess with Barcelona and Real Madrid, that they can't do certain functions. Obviously, Real Madrid has done what they do. You know, they're backed by the government. That's some government flex team that is. Whatever the crisis there is, they always seem to have money. But the thing is, Barcelona struggled big time, you know, because of basically, we're doing a Man United, buy a load of garbage and overpay them, you know. And let's be real, they bought some good players, because Coutinho was a good player, man. Went into Barca, can't fit. Griezmann was a quality player, went to Barca. It should work. You know what I'm saying? These are players that should work after Neymar, but just never replaced Neymar. Dembele, you know, he was doing bits of bullshit. Dortmund just couldn't work. And you're thinking, Spanish league is not that hard a league.
It's not the same league as it used to be before. I mean, to be fair, even if it was, you know, people. I don't know if people understand what I mean when I say this, but even then, when you had the Xavi and Iniestas in that, the Spain was very much another. It wasn't. It's never been. Was another Scotland, and I mean that in the sense of it was two teams in it, and that was it.
Let's be real, bro. Remember when Hasselbank went to Atletico Madrid? And they got relegated when he was the striker, but he was top goal scorer in the league. How can he be top goal scorer in the league, bro? And he just roughed them up. He went from, I believe he was at Leeds, and he went to Atletico Madrid, and it's like he just boxed them all up, bro. It's Hasselbank, innit? Hasselbank, was it
Hasselbank?
It's Hasselbank. He was at Leeds. He was at Leeds, and didn't he do Chelsea? Hasselbank.
Yeah, he did Chelsea. Yeah.
He was at Atletico Madrid. That's it. He went to you know what I mean? Hasselbank went to Atletico Madrid for a season. They got relegated, and he's top goal scorer in the Spanish league that season. And it's just like, what the earth is going on in that league? You know, if you really on it, Ronaldo proved it. He wasn't banging off until he went to Spain, and that's when he just banged off. You know what I'm saying? You know, when he's at Man United, you couldn't score 35, 40 goals a season in the Premier League, bro. Who does that? Who does that?
Yeah. It's true, but I don't think there's any fear of people like Salah going over to Barcelona and Real Madrid at the moment. And the reason I say that, because I think both of those clubs have kind of made it clear who they want to go for in the future. I think Salah right now, especially if you look at Real Madrid, he would be like number 3 on the list. I think their prime priorities is Mbappe and Haaland. Yeah. And I think they would look at those two players before they would look at Salah at the moment. Yeah. That's just based on, you know, things I've read in the comments that they've made. Their president said that he loves Mbappe, he would like to bring him to Real. So I think Salah, he wouldn't be the first choice at Real Madrid or the second choice. Barca, they don't have the money, which is why they're snapping up all these free strikers.
The thing is, Barca wants Haaland, bro. But the thing is, already they're trying to say to Haaland. The problem is, if they get Haaland, bro, they have to get rid of Braithwaite. You know what I mean? They have to get rid of Depay.
Just to afford his wages.
Yeah. Obviously, Dembele, he's gone. Anyway, still, Dembele, because, you know, they're not going to put on a new contract for him. And for me, Dembele's looking at a pay cut because I can't see, unless you guys are going to spend 400, is it 400k a week or something on him, bro?
There's I don't think right now, based on his performance, don't forget, he's had a lot of time out injured.
Yeah.
And I think based on that year, there's nothing really for a team to go by. And I can't see any team paying 400,000. I reckon if he doesn't sign a contract at Barca, I could really see him becoming a free agent. Then he's going to be one of those things to see who comes in for him and what he's going to be willing to accept. Like you said, he's going to have to take a pay cut. I don't think any team's going to pay 400,000 for him.
Bro, he'd be looking to get 100, bro. Because the thing is, if you're looking for a player like that, I think players like Zaha, I would rather over him right now still, you know what I mean? And don't forget, you know, he's playing some good ball right now. But the reality show is that, bro, if you look at his fitness record, bro, he owes Barcelona 3 years of solid football, bro. 3 years solid.
I mean, he's got that contract based on the fact that at the time he was banging and he was young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he hasn't done nothing since then. And football right now is very much, especially if you're talking about going to a top team, is very much based on your track record.
Oh my God!
He hasn't got one to go on.
Sorry, guys. Oh, back to made some madness save, bro. Oh my goodness sake. Watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that? Varane. Oh.
Yeah.
I talk about. So, guys, you know, just as vibes. But no. We're going back. Hitting back to Liverpool, right? You're gonna have a bit of a problem now because it's a good problem. You're gonna have Minamino, Jota, Diaz, Origi, Salah, Mane, and Firmino. 7 people fighting for them spots up front. Sorry,
that's good.
No, that's good. But the thing is, who's going? Somebody's going to go out to that 7 because it's really 6.
The only person I see going out to that 7, if anybody, is Firmino. That's it. But I don't. And I tell you, but this is the thing for me. I don't know how Klopp has done it, but he has these 7 attackers, and they all know who the top 3 are. They'll say right now it's Jota, Salah, and Mane.
Would you say
every
that?
Other man behind them, yeah?
Would you say that?
In their position.
Wait. Okay, right. So right now, Diaz is going on bits, buff.
Diaz is going bits, yeah, right. But then at the same time, you've got like a built partnership. You know what I'm saying? Jota's come in there, and the only reason he's taking over from Firmino, right, is because he was getting more goals than Firmino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
But in terms of Salah and Mane, them two are for me, I feel like they're stuck in. But the way Klopp plays, them guys know they're always going to get game. Always going to get game. Salah keeps banging, he's never coming out of the squad. So the rotation's always going to be between Jota and Mane.
Which means Salah plays on the right, isn't it?
Yeah, Salah plays on the right.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Mane can play on the right as well if Salah has to go out.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a swap of Mane will go off, Diaz, Jota will go off for me. No, just he's Origi. But Origi, I can't see Origi leaving. The guy,
that's Origi as well.
I want to leave be better, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like he's one of them guys. He's like comfortable where he is. Bro. I don't think he's looking to aspire to do anything more. I can't see that in him.
Yeah. I think with Origi, it's like, you know, it's just one of them guys who just like to get paid and play a couple of games and maybe get squeezed on the bench at Belgium. He knows he can get squeezed on the bench at Belgium just being a sub at Liverpool. So, you know the
funny thing though, even as much as Salah is banging, I'm not sure how many people agree with this, but I actually think that Origi is loved more by the fans. I've never seen fans love a player like they love Origi. Even the guy don't come on and do crazy stuff, but he's always like scored big goals, Champions League, blah blah blah. They love him off. You know what I'm saying? And then when you hear the history of his family, his dad was the same over in Belgium as well. They loved him over there.
That's us, but it's just like Liverpool, just like Man United just copying us, but like I love for Ollie and over Sheringham, you know what I'm saying? We love Ollie more than Sheringham, you know what I'm saying? So these guys are just just coming off our blueprints, you know what I mean? That's
but there's a difference though. Ollie and Sheringham were still banging a certain amount of goals a season. We're not getting that from Ricky. If we get 7 goals from Ricky in the season, I feel like we're blessed.
Well, but I can't even explain what position that guy plays up front. He can play the left side. I don't know. He's just a big lump that you just lick. It's not even a big lump because I feel like he's got pace. He's got a good left foot. It's just when he first came to you, I thought he's gonna be really bang off. I thought he's really, 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 really good. But Belgium seems to produce these strikers that have his low center of gravity and can bang off really well.
For me, it kind of reminds me of Martial, and what I mean by that, right, is that they're both players in a team which I felt weren't really. They were just there in a team. They weren't doing anything significant for that team. That's what I feel about Origi. He's like he's not doing anything significant for the teams. Like I would, if I was the manager of Liverpool, I don't think that he would ever play for me. I don't think he would ever play for me because there's nothing that he's given me. Because he's 188 centimeters. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the same height as people like that's like only like 2 centimeters shorter than Lukaku. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the same height as a lot of them tall strikers. And I don't think Origi uses his body strength enough in games. I don't. He can hold the ball up for the. So I struggle to see what he's doing because if you can't do those things, you're not banging. What are you giving? Or proper attacker. The only thing he's got is pace, and even that isn't blazing fast.
Yeah, true. It's true. It'll be interesting to see who goes, bruv. It seems it goes, but we'll have to see what is Mane due to go as well, bruv. Because really, they haven't really put no contract in for the Mane, and he's out in the next season.
You know what? This might sound a bit more controversial as well. If Mane goes, I don't think it'd be that much of a blow to Liverpool. He's had 1 or 2 banging seasons, right? But this season, he hasn't really showed that much. Last season, I didn't think he was showing terribly much either. He's effective. Don't get me wrong. He's very effective. But especially now that we've got Diaz there, I think we've got Diaz, and then we've got this young guy coming in from Fulham, hopefully, as well, which he's a very talented. He's like another Javier, and he's a wing player. So
what's his name? Carvalho.
We tried to sign him in January, but we ran out of time. We couldn't get him. But he's on a free basically come summer, and like he said he wants to go to Liverpool.
Who's that? Is that Carvalho?
Yeah.
He's on a free.
Yeah.
Wow. Gee.
I think we was going to pay for him in January, but I think by the end of this season he's on a free. So
I don't think that's going to work. But anyway, that's just me. He just feels like a bit too lightweight for me. He doesn't feel. But Elliot looked like he was has that bit of British, grit. I just think he just looks very. Kick him off the ball, bro. He's 2 foot tall, bro. I'm sure wasn't he at? Yeah, Carvalho. Yeah, wasn't he at Man City?
He might have been. I'm not sure, but he's a very talented player.
Yeah. No, he's doing bits.
He comes, especially as young as he is, and he gets game.
Yeah.
Him and Harvey Elliott could be the future.
Yeah. No, 100. No, we'll see. Well, I'm not even gonna say yeah to that, bro, because like I don't want no future for Liverpool, man. I'll be honest with you, bro. You know what I'm saying, straight up. But listen, right, just give so, but no. All right, then. So contract-wise, it seems like you just go around the merry-go, and you reckon Salah's gonna stay at Liverpool and whatever. So you're gonna pay him 350k, make it the most expensive player in the whole highly paid player in the Premiership. And I don't think he's in the top. He's the best player in the Premiership, but you guys just make him out like he is. I just feel like there's more talented ballers in the Premiership. Would you say he's in the top 5 strikers
in the Premiership? I'll tell you that.
In the top 5 strikers in the world right now, is Salah in the same breath of all the strikers?
No, but you just said Premiership. In the Premiership, he's the best attacker. He might not be the best player because I would probably still put people like De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva ahead of him in terms of best player in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Attackers, they ain't no attacker better than him in the Premiership now.
Yeah. No, for real. No. The best attacker in the Premiership. De Silva.
They ain't no. Once you go past Chelsea and City, right? They ain't no.
There's no.
I'd
rather Antonio.
Antonio's good for strength, and he gives you a lot, but you're not going to get the goals out of Antonio that you're going to get from Salah.
You feel so for players like Antonio because you wonder what he's better than Origi. So you wonder what it would be like at Liverpool. You know what I mean?
He's better than Origi. I'll take Antonio over Origi any day.
You know what I'm saying? But them sort of players, they need to be playing every week. So it's them ones, and it's like Zaha. You know what I mean? It's like when they try to level up, they struggle. You know what I'm saying? You know, and see what's going on. So
I think Zaha's a bit. Zaha's a strange one because I still feel even now he's a bit older. Zaha's a guy. I think he's grinding enough in his craft, and he deserves to be at a top team. He deserves to be at Chelsea, City, or Liverpool, one of them teams. I really, really wanted him to go. I think he was meant to go to United at one point, wasn't he? Go back to United.
Well, so, he was at Man United and totally spent more time.
I think he was meant to go back to you guys. So I'm saying, so I think he deserved to be at what would be a top club. Being at Chelsea, he's done a good job there, but I just feel that he would excel at a bigger club. And I think he hasn't got as much time as he used to, but I still think if he was to make the move this in the next transfer window, he will have at least a good number 2-3 seasons at a top club producing some stuff. He's a quality player.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he is good. It's just like I feel like Arsenal went for Pepe and they should have went got. So remember Zaha, they was looking at. And it was like, and then they should just put the money down. And if they had Zaha, bro, it'd be a different thing. But I think, like you said, the problem is, as Auntie said, these clubs like Crystal Palace can pay the wages, can pay Zaha big money because they're in the Premiership, bro. And that amongst some good young players, he plays week in, week out. He's definitely going to be an international Ivory Coast, and he just does his thing and he can carry on. He doesn't need to stress it and go to a big club and be on.
But don't forget, he wants to leave. He's been on the verge of signing contracts with other clubs for a long time. They've just not gone through. So I think he wants to leave. Yeah, right. He's not one of them players that wants to leave and will make bare noise so that the fans turn against him.
Yeah.
But I think, given an opportunity, he wouldn't blink. I think he would go.
But why? But the thing is, like I said, why ain't clubs by getting him? If he wants to go, nobody wants him.
No one wants to get him. But then, for example, I would take Zaha over Gabriel Jesus. That's just me. So when I feel like that, he can go to City. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how you look at it and where you see it. I'll take Zaha. I might even take Zaha over Sterling.
So do you think Zaha's better than Grealish?
Hell yeah.
So what's why Man City getting players like Zaha?
I don't know, but but like I said, in the same breath, you could say, like, when you look at the kind of team Man City, what's man like Gabriel Jesus doing there? You have a Guerrero banging, then you have the Jesus here, right? You never get from a Jesus here, right? Like a top 3 striker in the Premiership. Even if we were talking about Salah just now, you have to name the top 5 strikers in the Premiership. I don't think Jesus will even get in there.
Yeah. No, 100%. And that's why when Pep, you know, I think the fans are complaining about him because he's just really on the case in terms of not expanding. I think he's just taking the mick with the striker situation. He just should have just got Kane. The club should have got Kane when they should have got Kane. You know what I mean? The beginning of the season. And then would he be chasing them down right now? And let's go. For me, is this Man City losing the league or is this Liverpool winning the league? What would you say it would be?
Oh, well, I can't be biased. It has to be Man City losing the league because Man City, I think at one point, had about a good 16-point gap over Liverpool. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So it has to be, regardless of how much I want to say Liverpool playing banging football, the fact is Man City have given, if they lose this title, they've lost it themselves. Yeah. Title, especially when things are so tight. You've got to go to teams like Palace and beat them. You have to. I'm saying you have to do that. So and I think that's been the difference for Liverpool in the last part of this season, is that we're beating teams even when we're not playing well, and that's making a big difference.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Sorry, guys, just watching this game as well. On there still, Man United. There's a strike. Atletico Madrid. This is the things, guys. You know, if you can't keep the ball, they just know when to keep the ball, and Atletico will just wear you down, bro. Wear you down. Get the nick. It's a bit like when they went away to you guys about 2 seasons ago, innit? Yeah. You think you're there, and when they just niggle it all the way down. Oh, who's got the yellow card now? Who's that? Fletcher.
Yeah,
as Fletcher getting a yellow card, bro, like, he's vexed. But you know what? To be honest, the referee's kind of been dodging this game. But we'll get to that in a bit anyway, guys. You know what I'm saying? But no, I totally think that Man City, if they mess this up, it's us on their head. You know what I mean? And nobody can use the distraction of the Champions League, bro, because they've got the squad to get round it. No excuses, bro. You know, in the FA Cup, bro, they're playing players, and they're mugging off these little teams, bro, like jokes, because they got the depth for squad. You know what I mean? I do think that so 100% I agree with there in terms of it definitely is Man City there to if they lose this, it's their own fault. They've got to be going out beating a couple of these teams away. They've drew over of like a couple of games, but it shows you, even look at Man United getting fourth, messing up the fourth, is because when they had them 4 or 5 games against not rubbish teams, lowered half teams, you got to win them games.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like United for me, they need to go back to be able to win grimy, just win beating those teams, even when they're not playing at their best. Just still getting those points, you know what I'm saying? And they've got the squad to do it. And I just feel that if United can start doing that again, we might have even been talking about United in the title challenge this season. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're fourth. And I just feel that a lot of the points that they dropped, there's some games they played. And I look at the fixtures and I think, okay, that's 3 points for United. Then when I go back to the score at the end of the game, I'm like, how on earth did they drop points? You know what I'm saying? So I feel if they can get to that thing of, you know what, when we're having a bad day, but let's just grind the result out.
Grind the result. When you got a team full of, let's be real, bro, the pug them, you can't just graft out teams. You know what I mean? They're not grafted. They're not grindy out players, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you're full of players like who can't grind out, get results. You know what I mean? It's like when I watched Chelsea the other day, bro. Like I said, bro, like Newcastle done a number on them, bro, proper number on them, and then Havertz, bro, who I don't really rate, I think he's good, but he's so overrated, bro. People get excited about him, and no matter what stats Lukaku puts up, everyone's the golden boy there. You know what I'm saying? But they get the result. It's 0-0. They played rubbish, but you know what? They still win 1-0. Man United's not doing that. You know what I mean? Here we go. We got the last second, and we're trusting Rashford to cross the ball. Oh, he's too scared to cross it, bro. Oh, for good. He has to rely on Matic to cross the ball. Oh, now cross the ball. Oh, I thought he messed up the cross there. Come on, man. Come on. Sorry, guys. Let's see if he can score. If they score the corner, if Ronaldo scores the corner right now, bro, that'd be funny, bro.
That'd be classic Ronaldo, isn't it?
Yeah, De Gea. I don't know what De Gea. I don't know what De Gea is doing there. Yeah, when you see goalkeeper there, you're not going to score.
Watch it.
Well, and then a professional goalkeeper, he just uses the time. He doesn't go and try and score.
Done now. Game's over. Rest gonna blow the whistle. It's done.
Yeah. Ragnet, man. I don't even blame him, bro. I don't even blame him. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, still, what can you do? What can you do with that team, bro? What can you do? Oh my goodness sake. But but as we're saying, guys, Man City, it's theirs to lose. You're looking at Champions League right now, bro. We haven't really touched base because we talked a bit before about let's just be real, man. That PSG's under pressure right now, bro. Anthony's cousin, Poch. You know what I mean? Anthony loves his Argentinian bread in it. You know what I mean? But now the Poch, bro. Is it Poch's fault? Well, PSG's doing that. I just think Poch is getting an unfair deal there as well. Like Ragnick's getting at Man United. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, regardless, the reality is, right, is if you don't even have to be the best manager in the world. As long as you're a good manager, and I believe that Poch is a good manager, right, and you've got a good team, you're going to be able to get results. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if we're talking about a good manager over a world-class team, if you want to put it that way. You might, put some question marks over some people, because of their age and all that kind of stuff. But still, when even the attacking threat alone is enough to put anybody under pressure. So, you could look at Poch, but like in any team, at some point you also have to put your fingers at the players and ask yourselves what's going on there. I mean, I said this after the World Cup that I felt Mbappe went through a sort of spell where I'm thinking, what's going on with Mbappe? Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't score none in the World Cup. Yeah. And then, I think for about 4 games after the World Cup was finished, I still wasn't seeing him banging off. So, bro,
got a problem.
Yeah.
So, bro. So, talking about Barca, I just realised Ajax is losing, bro.
Is it?
Out at home to Benfica. They're about to go out as well.
There it is.
Ten Hag, here we come. But anyway, so yeah.
An all English Champions League final.
Which part?
Huh?
Nah, you know what they're gonna do, bro? They're gonna put English team versus English team in this round. You know the ones that it's still. Yo, make sure we can't afford too much Anglo-Saxon blood in the finals, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Liverpool get you'll get Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Or whatever, something stupid like that. Still, either way, yeah. Oh, reactions to Atletico Madrid. Oh, for goodness sake. But anyway, I do feel that, you know, PSG, I couldn't believe it, bro. I don't know if you saw the highlights on the weekend. They won 3-0 and Neymar and Messi got booed. And Mbappe just got the love same way. And he's leaving, you know what I'm saying? And they're saying, no, that's not fair. But at the same time, bro, let's be real. You know, Messi and Neymar are not playing at the levels that they should be playing at, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to the point now, I'm starting to see, like, articles going out saying, no, is Neymar as good as we all think he is? I don't think you can go from being a quality, excellent player to suddenly just being a bad player. But something's definitely happened to Neymar. That's all I can say, because the Neymar that we were seeing at Barca, even the Neymar we was first seeing when he first come to PSG, something's gone missing. And I don't know if it's a case of he was thriving in the stardom and now like there's just more star power around him. I don't know what it is. I really don't know.
He's not performing with any sort of anger or grit or like, and it's just like
he doesn't seem to be bothering him.
No.
It's like he's almost like he's not bothered by the fact that he's not playing great. It's really weird.
He's like, I'm getting paid, so I'm not fussed. You know what I mean? You're thinking, what the heck? What the heck, bro? You know what I'm saying? So. Nah, I agree with you on that one still. It's just like, what the heck moment with him there still, you know, and definitely it's a bit of a weird one, but I'm just looking, bro, and I was thinking, wow, absolutely crazy stuff going on, bro. But no, 100% agree with you on that one. I think with Mbappe as well, I think, like I said, he's getting back to do bits. He's just frightening, bro. Like what he against Real Madrid. I remember earlier in the season, he said something about Mbappe, and when we were talking about it, and when you saw his pace in one of the Champions League games earlier this season, you just realised he's absolutely serious pace.
He's ridiculous.
And I think that's a brilliant for me. That's a brilliant move for him to go to Real Madrid, because as far as I'm concerned, everyone's blaming Poch for that loss against Real Madrid. But what was Donnarumma doing? Come on, let's be real. What was Donnarumma doing, bro?
Donnarumma was doing a bit of a nonsense. And then I think also blaming Poch is almost a disservice to how crazy Benzema was going on. Bro, I mean, Benz was just like next level in that game. You know what I'm saying?
He just turned up, bro. He just turned into, you know, that 3.8 litre Benz, bro. You know, back in the day, it just goes, just overtakes you, bro. He just overtakes you. But he's playing good. But let's be real, bro. He's not had to play that level for Real Madrid because he's been around Ronaldo. He's been part of a team. Remember, it was him one week, he green the next week, him one week, he green the next week, and it's all been one with Ronaldo and Ozil, who's playing every week. And that's how they do it.
He's doing now, so that's good.
And he's doing the business as well. And it'd be interesting if Mbappe goes there and he stays there.
I reckon he will stay there. And I don't think, if you're a manager of Real Madrid and you understand how Mbappe plays, I don't think playing Mbappe as a direct striker up front is the way to go. I think he has to play kind of like a Salah coming in from the wing, kind of like in that kind of formation for him to be the most effective. And I think if you do that, right, nothing that means Benz can stay exactly where he is, and it'll be a nice combination of Benz and Mbappe doing a job.
Oh, bro, I tell you can replace Mane with, you can have Gareth Bale. Yeah, big baller, bro.
That's the way it would be, man.
Big baller, bro.
I'll have a keeper Reggie, man.
Gareth Bale, bro.
I'll have a keeper Reggie, man. Bale can stay where he is.
They can have him at the Arsenal, mate.
You know what you're saying that. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go there, because Arsenal seem to be always signing up these old men, Willian, and Lacazette, and these guys. These guys were young when they got signed.
Nah. Arsenal's not going back there with Arteta. Well, trust me, man. But but let me thinking about Bale. They got to get rid of Hazard. Who wants Hazard? Hazard for $2 million.
I did hear Hazard might be going back to Chelsea, so I don't know how true that is.
Oh, bro, we'll get to Chelsea in a bit, because Chelsea's done that here, bro. Charles is done. We'll look at that in a minute, guys, because there's no way it's out for Chelsea. And Chelsea fans are on a mugshot thing. But going back to PSG is in a hot mess trouble. They need to do what Man United needs to do, which is basically do a hard reset and really look at their policy. Stop buying players for players' sake. Start to build up team. Look at Ramos. They bought Ramos in. He's played about 2 games in the season, and when he played, I think he almost got sent off in his first game or something stupid like that, man. So it's just like, what's he bringing to the table? Everyone says, Serge Ramos. But let's be real. Is he another Puyol? Yes, he's arguably better than Puyol. But Puyol was the most overrated centre-back that I've seen.
Again, it depends how you look at it. I always thought Puyol was better than Ramos personally. I never really rated Ramos, even at Real. He was a good defender, but even the way people were making fuss about him going to PSG, Varane, Thiago, all these people, I thought they were way better than him personally.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But I think with Puyol as well, bro. Like if Mascherano can leave Liverpool from a DM and go to Barcelona and play centre back, I could, you know what I mean? Because just the way Barcelona play as a centre back, you're smoking a cigar. But what you got to do is throw 2 bad tackles in now and again, and you're centre back for Barcelona. PK is not really the world best version of, he ain't no Varane. Let's think about it. Spain's had to drag in Laporte, you know what I'm saying, who's French, you know what I mean, they have to drag him in and trying to, he spent 2 years here, so let's get him into our squad, so and Pep just said to him, just play for Spain, so I don't know how to go away with that one, but yeah, no, 100%, it's definitely a problem there, but then really opens up a real problem, because the strikers are going for, everyone's talking about Haaland and Mbappe, that's what they're talking about. But I'm telling you straight, and no one's listening to me, bro. Like, Anti's laughing, but everyone has to watch out for this Nkunku guy who's playing for RB Leipzig. He is doing monster things. He's
a great striker, doing some really good things. I mean, Mbappe and Haaland are going to get it solely because of the team that they play for, the leagues they play in. But yeah, there's some quality strikers like him that are just doing some amazing bits right now. Like, got to be watching out for them, man.
Finisher, bro. He's just destroyed. I watched RB Leipzig yesterday, bro, and a couple of days ago. When you're just watching, end of the day, end of Sunday, you just want to put some football on TV while you're doing something. You just put the football on, and it's the German league, and you go, oh, thank goodness, some football's on there, yeah. RB Leipzig's losing 1-0, and all of a sudden you blink, and it's 6-1. You're going, what on earth is going on here, man? It just absolutely dropping it hard. And again, the German league, so maybe it's not that strong, but it can't be that strong, because for me, Borussia Dortmund's second place, bro. So they can't even beat Rangers, mate. So it really shows how strong they are. But RB Leipzig, really got a lot of young black players as well. Full up. I think they're the one who basically started the blueprint, and all them guys said, "Yo, we need to get these brothers in because these guys are faster, stronger, skillful. We need to get these guys in because we can build teams around them anyway." So yeah, but Nkunku's definitely a striker. But I think if somebody's smart, bro, they'll get the money in. You know what I'm saying? He's not a tall striker, so I don't know how he'll fare. But like compared to Rashford,
he'll definitely offer you a lot more than Rashford right now.
Definitely, it's just like for me, I know, but let's get to Man United, bro. Right, so. What are you saying about Rashford, bro? Because it's like Man United is carrying players here, yeah? Because we started today with Elanga. Elanga should not be starting for Man United. He should be coming on as a super sub. He's a good player, young player. It's players that are just not quite ready to start a game that you have to win in Europe, yeah? This is not it feels like you're putting Blomskis in the final when we won the final.
Who would you put ahead of him? That's the question, though.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying to you. But that should be on fire. Rashford should be starting the team. It should be Rashford, Ronaldo, and Sancho. Fire up. Let's go. But you have to put Elanga on because Rashford
ain't performing. Yeah.
Everyone's blaming this, blaming that. But let's be real, bro. After the England game and getting abused, has he been the same?
No, he hasn't.
And let's be real.
Yeah. And this is, and the other thing for me as well, I mean, I haven't been as a player, I haven't been watching too much to see how much gameplay he's been getting. so you can like let me know for sure. But I seem to feel like he's been rotated quite a bit. He's not like guaranteed first team as often as he used to be. And I feel like for a player like that, in order for him to get out of his thing, he needs to be playing every game, getting back on point.
But how old is Rashford, bro? Look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo got dropped the other day. It's big saga. Bangs a hat trick against Tottenham. That's how you. And I'm thinking that we're gonna start mother coddling English players. Yeah, you do that when you're 16, 17. When they're 22, 23 years old, been to World Cups and European Championships, bro, you have to say that, listen, bro, you got to come with a bang. You have to perform. And if, you know, and when you got to play in front of you, and that's why Martial flopped, bro. Let's be real. Martial flopped because, end of the day, so when you got a little competition, you're not guaranteed to start. He don't like it, bro. When Zlatan comes in and takes his number, he don't like it. Remember Evra kicked off about it? He says, listen, it's called shut up and show them what they're going to do. But he has this attitude of going, and I could be totally wrong, but at the moment, he can't even get in the Seville team.
Where? And the thing is for me is that, I mean, also you mentioned people like Ronaldo and stuff in comparison. With people like Ronaldo and these guys, they've got a natural winning mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? Every game Ronaldo comes on the pitch here, right, he expects to win. Do you know what I'm saying? When he's playing here, right, you can see how frustrated he gets when he sees the rubbishness around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Ronaldo expects to win. Do you know what I'm saying? When he comes on, even if he's having a bad game, he's doing, as far as he's concerned, he's doing all he can
to win
on his team, his position, to help the team win. Do you know what I'm saying? Rashford, I don't feel like he's got that kind of strong mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? So even like you said, like he'll be on the bench for however long. Come on. I don't feel like he's that kind of player. Okay, you know what? I've got 20 minutes. I want to give you a 5 and 20 minutes here, so you got no choice but to play me in the next game. I don't see that right. He's just like, oh, let me just play my game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where Elanga now, he's hungry. He's running up and down. He's chasing players, which is why he's getting a call.
Yeah, you
know.
know.
He may not be ready, but at least you know that 90 minutes you're going to run up and chase that ball.
No, 1,000%, man. 1,000%, man. 1,000%, bro. You know what I mean? It's just disappointing. And I think, like I said, you know, Man United is out of the Champions League now, guys. So we can forget that route to the Champions League. We got to focus in the league.
But that's a good thing for you, though. That's a good thing. I feel based on the season that you're having, being out of the Champions League, meaning you can just focus on
just
for the rest of the get those points to secure that top 4 place.
Yeah, man. And I know that when you guys got Arsenal.
Weekend, I think it's Saturday. I think.
Is it a midweek game?
Is it mid? Oh yeah, no one talking about tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's midweek, isn't it? Yeah. So that should be interesting still, because in one sense I want Arsenal to beat you, but I don't want Arsenal to beat you.
Yeah, you know what? My thing is, I think,
but we'll beat you. Yeah.
We got 2 games where I think we can hiccup here, right? And that's against Arsenal and against City.
What about Man United?
Arsenal are playing some good football at the moment. I really do believe
bro, you forgot Man United. So it's 3 games.
Like I said, 2 games. Yeah.
Where you going, bro? Yo, we're going in on here.
United are not the United of whatever. United, I'll put you guys in the same bracket as Newcastle. Right now. You know what I'm saying? I expect 3 points. Arsenal, I see more danger from Arsenal, and in fact, I see more danger from Arsenal right now than I probably would do from City, because I'm seeing a suspect kind of City play at the moment, and that's been for the past few games. Even though they're winning, they've won, but they've not been like the City that I'm used to seeing. So I reckon Liverpool can go there, and like if Liverpool play the way they've been playing, the same kind of like momentum we've carrying, we might go there and show City up.
Who's Liverpool? Yeah. But go back with Man United, bro. Like, but they need to clean out, bro. They need to start. They basically clean it out.
But what you need to do, Roger, right? We get these guys in. The same thing I saw on them on Soccer AM. Just like have the United squad up and then go one by one in who should stay, who should go.
Yeah. You bro. Listen, man. Most of them should go. But now, to be honest, bro, we're 5 players away from being a competitive team. You know what I mean? And we need to get. For me, and it's not to say get rid of Pogba, but he takes up a part of the wage bill where he's just not really doing enough on the pitch. People cuss off Bruno Fernandes, but let's be real, his stats he's actually added positivity to Man United team. Without Bruno Fernandes, to be honest, bro, where would Man United be? I don't care anyone says, oh, but Pogba. No, Bruno Fernandes was literally dragging the team through last season. Without him and them stupid stats, he's like second top goal scorer at one stage in the league, and he's literally a Lampard for Man United, literally. So, you know, I know people always curse him off, but no, he shouldn't. You know what I mean?
You know, I think United only need 3 players, personally. I think you need another defender, someone that can go next to Varane. I think you need someone to go next to Varane. I think you need a serious, like a proper serious DM, someone that's going to clean things up for you. And like be the rock in that midfield. So when things are going bad, that same, and because most times, you know, even if I think now, I can't think of many DMs that are not in this, but most times in teams, a DM here, right, is also a leader in the team. Do you know what I'm saying? Most DMs that I think of are actual leaders. So I think you need that strong DM that's going to clean things up, but also lead. So when you guys are slacking in the midfield, Pogba and the man not getting enough playing the game well, he will, you know, finger them up on the pitch. Say, look, fix up. Yeah. I think you just need another banging winger. I think Sancho is starting to play now a bit. I think you just need another banging winger on the left. And like you said, Javi Langa coming on as a sub. You need a kind of like a Luis Diaz, someone that can come in and just do
one on. Yeah, simple thing.
Or take a season to settle in, just get straight in there, do what you need to do. So I don't think you need 3, because I think you will still get goals out of people like Ronaldo. Cavani's off anyway. Ronaldo, I think you'll get goals from him. What's your young boy called again? Your other young striker that you guys got there. Can't remember his name now. But you got guys there that I reckon that will get goals for you, I reckon. So
bro, I do think they got a problem with the left and right back situation, because they got Darlow and Tellers who can play football, and really play the way they really want to play, but they're awful defensively, bro. And that's how they scored. Atletico Madrid scored. You go from one, you can attack down the left, across the ball, and the guy on the right will switch off a second, and you'll get an opportunity. And you know, that's a continual problem with his team. You know what I'm saying? They got like I said, you built on Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is going nowhere but defending. I get it. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But when you're trying to expand your game, he exposes his game. But what makes it worse is if Luke Shaw's in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. He was on some high last season. Luke Shaw and Maguire was on a high, bro. Let's be real. Last season, there was no faults. This team came second. People have to remember this team comes second with Luke Shaw, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka on the right, you know what I'm saying? And they kept him rotating the centre backs next to Harry Maguire, you know, and it's just like, he's just dead. Like Luke Shaw's just played dead. You guys destroyed him.
I think Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka for me is like, I still think here, right, that another solid centre back will solve a lot of your problems. And the reason I say that, if you look at all the top 6 teams, and you look at their left backs and right backs, I don't think there's anybody that I would say has really got a strong left back, strong right back. Maybe Arsenal, Tierney, maybe. And I'm talking about strong in terms of like defensive ability.
Defensibility, true.
Because like Walker's a terrible defender. Trent, terrible defender. Do you know what I'm saying? Who's
Cancelo?
Okay, Reece James is okay when he in the right back position as well. But just in general, I think there isn't a big amount of side backs which are great defensively, because they seem to be more engineered towards the attacking part of the game now. I don't know. I just feel like you got a point, because if we had a proper DM in front of these guys, for me, a Matic from 6-7 seasons ago would be the perfect person in front of there. Solid as anything, can pass the ball out, but he just can't do it for more than 60 minutes at a high pace level, and he can't do 2 games a week. You know what I mean? At a high level. And when you've got the thing for me though is, I don't know. Matic. Okay, Matic is older, but I don't think he's any slower than Fabinho. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
If you look at that, then it comes down to defensive ability. So I'm thinking, what's happened to Matic since he left Chelsea? Because at Chelsea, he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? He cleaned things up. So what's happened to him from that period to now? Because like I said, Fabinho's not a fast DM. Do you know what I'm saying? Not by any shot. No, it's Fernandinho. Do you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, it's the energy, bro. But it's the energy because when Kante breaks up the game and Fabinho breaks the game, they can step up. They can step in. You got Kante's the best at this. He breaks up, bro, and he turns defense into attack. Before Chelsea scored, what they have to realize that Kante made the tackle and St. Maximin to release out the ball. If he didn't tackle and then use the ball well, that's a problem. Matic,
Kante is a special player though, because Kante for me can play anywhere in that central midfield position. So he can play left centre midfield, right centre midfield, or DM. Do you know what I'm saying? And when he plays, I feel he almost kind of like moves into those positions. So he'll do the defensive duty, and then he almost switches into the CM kind of role, and then he can attack as a CM. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 1 minute he's tackling there, next thing you know, Kante's up there ready to back a goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, 100%.
But I definitely get what you're saying though. It's like the way he breaks up, he's very different. I think that's what United are definitely missing. You haven't had a solid DM since I don't even know who your last solid DM was. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been that long.
Too long, bro. Too long. Absolutely too long. Too long there still, yeah. But yeah.
Who was your last solid DM? I seriously cannot remember. I seriously cannot remember who you had your last DM that was solid.
Keane?
Shit, maybe. I think the only other guy you guys had, which I thought was a good DM, was Hargreaves.
Oh, so but he was sick all the time. He's just Dembele, bro. Spirited Dembele wasn't him, but he was good because remember that part when he did a cameo for England and he was just on fire. You know what I'm saying? So he was good. We tried it with Darren Fletcher, I think. We tried it with a couple of players. DM wise, I'm trying to think.
That's what I'm saying. Since Keane, there hasn't been. It's very much like the Vieira situation. Since these two guys, you've had players that have come into that position, but no one that's been like a proper,
they just
hardcore DM.
That stand out. Nah, they just never had it, man. But listen, bro, let's go to the woes. Let's finish off on the woes of Chelsea, bro. This is the major problem right by now with Chelsea. I know Chelsea fans are just trying to will themselves into a positive situation. They have been the laundromat for Russian. Let's be real. I was talking to my young friend who's a Chelsea fan. Listen, guys, just get over it. Listen, most of the majority of the assets that are owned outside of Chelsea Football Club is around the Chelsea area in Kensington. Is that correct? Kensington's that area, in it, yeah? So you got pure houses owned by Russians in that whole area, yeah? And which is obviously connected to Abramovich and his cousins, yeah? Isn't that just a nice little village, you know what I mean, and of corruption next to allegedly, you know what I mean, corruption, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful because it's funny how everyone's saying is he part of the system or not. Whichever party is, if the sanctions against Russian businesses and citizens, he's part of the situation, and it took a number of weeks to get there. They've got in there, and it's getting worse and worse, bro, because they can't use the cards. You know what I mean? And this is what it's exposed, bro. That Abramovich is not doing an ownership flex. He's just throwing money into the club, bro. You know what I mean? 1.5 billion loan. Like, who gives that man? So he's bankrolled them every single season. So all them titles have been bankrolled. We know that. We knew this before.
We know that. Chelsea have bought a lot of their titles, similar to City. We know this already. Yeah,
and it's like, but Man United, Liverpool, as much as we got owners, you know what I mean, American owners, you know, let's be real, we're like let's be real, we can't go over too much because they still need to take their dividends. So, you know, so for me now, Chelsea is potentially going to be bought out by an American owner. That's more time we're going to be. That's the only so-called legit money in the world right now is from America. So how they gonna survive, bro, with an American owner?
Bro, I mean, let me just start by saying this, and I think I might even say in the last one, I don't think there's many people that are going to agree with me. You might get some people for a few comments on the video, fair enough. But one thing I will say 100%, my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine and what's going on over there, and I want whatever can be done to help stop what's happening to take place. But I've always been a believer that let football be football and keep everything else aside. I've always been a believer in that personally.
Okay.
And you know, I understand their reason for doing whatever else, but my thing is this: until you can prove that he's doing anything financially, whatever, just let football do what football has been doing. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's a case of like you think there might be something, then look into his money, but don't cut the leg off Chelsea, because the fans are suffering now. Because you've got fans because don't forget, like we've just come out of COVID, yeah, and people had to be staying at home and watch the football games. Fans have only started really coming back in within the last year or whatever. And now you're saying to this club, your fans can't come again unless you had a ticket already. You can't come to the games. And I just feel, I don't know, that the fans are being affected. The employees of the club are being affected. Do you know what I'm saying? The players are being affected, because now you're talking about their livelihood, because they come, they're waiting to stay in Chelsea for the rest of their careers. Now you're talking about they might not be able to sign new contracts and all this kind of business. So there's a lot of stuff which I agree, I understand that their reasoning, and I agree with what they're trying to accomplish in terms of helping Ukraine and all this kind of business. But I still have this thing of let football be football and do what it does. But in the sense of, with all that's going on, how did Chelsea survive? Well, they better start looking at all them players they were loaning out season after season.
Start selling them, but
hope they can do the thing.
Listen, bro, they're going to do a fire sale. As far as I'm concerned, if they want to keep a top level team, they need to get rid of players like, in a sense, I say it in a very loose way.
They can't even sell nobody. That's the thing. They can't even sell people. So you have to let them go in 3 years or let their contracts run down. You can't sell them.
It's a Stocker situation, bro, because they've got Loftus-Cheek, you've got Hudson-Odoi. Basically, call back Lampard. Lampard, just allow Everton next season, come back and get the kids through. You know what I'm saying? Because, Rudiger, he's gone now. He ain't staying at Chelsea, bro. It'd be a fool to stay at Chelsea. No matter whatever club comes in, whatever team comes in, owner comes in, he no owner is gonna average out hundreds of thousands of pounds, millions, not even hundreds of thousands, bro. 200. It could be a case of like 1.5 billion, bro. 1.5 billion divided by how many years? 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's like he throws in $1 billion a year, bro. Not $1 billion a year, sorry. He throws in 100 million a year or something like that. So yeah, who just throws in? Man. It is 300 million this season to cover the bills, because I want you to have like Hercu in the squad or whatever. Who does that, bro? Roman Abramovich.
Yeah.
He does that, you know what I mean? So to take that away, bro, it's gonna be a struggle, bro. Absolute struggle.
It will be a struggle. And then, like, you're talking about a team that is trying to challenge for the title, trying to challenge for the Champions League. Yeah, but next season, the potential of not being able to bring in any players whatsoever to freshen up the club. And if you see you've got players leaving and you're not able to bring in any, it's trouble. And then it's the question of, if your players that decide to leave are your top players, because right now they're saying that that they're allowing like paid wages to be paid and blah blah blah. But how long are they going to get that on for before like there's no money to pay players? You know what I'm saying? Suddenly you can't pay the staff, you can't pay the players, because this was where there was in COVID, because there weren't no tickets being sold. You know what I'm saying? And now you're in a situation, no tickets being sold. So where's the money going to come from to run the club? It's trouble times. It's trouble times,
big time, bro. They're in trouble, man. They're coming like, bro, right about now. Like you see at the world. That's gonna be bro. Is this a problem for Chelsea? And I don't feel for Chelsea fans. I'll be honest with you, bro. It's like whatever, bro. Listen, man. Them man have been on steroids for 20 years, bro. You know what I mean? Let's be real, bro. Yeah, but they come from the shed end, bro. Like, bro. People don't realize, bro. When I used to watch Chelsea football stadium, bro, back in the day with Kareem in goals, bro. There's literally weeds coming out of the it's like 20 fans in the shed end, and there's weeds coming out the ground. You know, the old school brick like terraces. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really feel for them. I know these young fans. I'm not there for the money. You're there for the money, mate. You know what I'm saying? But nah, sad times. It is easy sad times, and with the EU doing something as well. I don't know if you've seen the video that I put in the group about the EU is putting down, and they're saying literally, we don't want Chelsea playing in Europe. They're gonna sell that club quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? And who gets the money? You know You never know. Simon Jordan may come with a quick fix.
Abramovich is still owed 1.5, but the question is, with that 1.5, won't go straight to me. It'll probably be held until whatever's cleared up. Because he's still legally, they can't take away his 1.5 bill that he's owed. Do you know what I'm saying? They only can put a hold on it. That's all they can do. They can't legally take it off him permanently, unless it's proven that it's used illegally. You know what I'm saying? That's illegal monies. That is money that they have to just say, you know what, we're gonna hold it there. Once our investigation or whatever it is, all the sanctions are over, then you get it. But
how did it get away with his bro? You took out fair play, bro. You took out football fair play, bro. Has it been fair play with this Chelsea team?
But then you can say that about a number of teams now, though. You can say that about a number of teams now, which is why I say you have to let football be football.
Yeah. Because fair play.
Newcastle, essentially, their owners have just as much money as Abramovich, the new owners of Newcastle.
Well, Man City, bro. Man City, and that raises up an issue because they're in some civil war flex themselves, man. You know what I mean? So they're going. So, bro, it's getting, like he says, man. If you want to get messy with the owners, bro. The Premier League's in trouble because the Premier League is almost like, I gotta have a Premier League cup that's more fashionable. You know what I mean? And that's the most fashionable. So, how many foreign owners is there?
Yeah, a lot.
Bro, it's an absolute problem, man. But listen, guys, you know what? With Chelsea, where will Chelsea end up next season, bro? We're recording right now.
Where will Chelsea end up? If they can keep the majority of their players, I don't know how they're going to do it, but if they can keep most of their players, then potentially Chelsea can still put in a fight in terms of league position next year. But if they lose their top players, especially in like their defensive positions, it's trouble. Because
they're losing them, because Christensen, Rudiger, out of contract, bro. These are top players. And for me, both of them have been mistreated by other managers in Chelsea. So for me, Rudiger, I would go because I've seen it whenever every time new managers come in, you don't see Rudiger for about 6-8 months. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me,
the first manager to play him properly.
Yeah, bro.
First one.
So if I was him, I'll go. Christensen has never had a fair play in the team as well. You gotta go, bro. If you want to play football, and he's a good player for Denmark, so just go, bro, and just play ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go to Bayern Munich and play every week, you know what I mean? Because Bayern Munich needs some defense right now. That's all I know still, you know. So yeah, no, definitely it's the way it goes, man. But listen, DJ Marx, thanks for jumping in today's show. And yo, guys, I've got to run around and quickly edit this and let's get this off to the production to Nadia before I get in trouble in the morning, man. But listen, guys, thanks for listening. And Man United is just, you know, that's all I have to say, man.
Let's just say they're out. They're out.
They're out, bro. But at least today I saw some fight in the way they played out. The way they played with a bit more a good assumption, but it wasn't like watching Man City game, bro. But you know, yeah, it's just like this dead squad, bro. This dead squad, bro. This dead squad, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, as for Raja, I'll carry on talking about Man United in a depressive way, but it's not going to happen, man. You know, so but hopefully, guys, we'll get out. I think DJ H has said he wants to come out the woodwork next week, but he's too scared to come out with the realness about Liverpool winning the title. So you hear that voice now, bro?
I heard it.
Yeah, he was scared, man. He's you know, this is the problem when your dad's a Man United fan, bro. Just imagine, how's a Man United fan have a Liverpool fan as a son?
Painful one.
Well, I'm gonna talk to H, man. I said, you know, you picked me there, so bro, your son is gonna be a Man United fan. That's just confusion, bro. That ain't happening, man. But listen up, bro. Thanks again, man. Nothing but love. Listen, guys, check us out. This is Roger from Moorinho Show, talking all things black when it comes to football and all that business. Yeah, from a black perspective, 100%, man.
Thanks for watching this content. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to Affinity Extra 24/7 at affinityextra.com. Don't forget to follow us as well on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at /Affinity Extra. If you wish to support us or if you want supporting as an artist, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com /Affinity Extra, and don't forget to be